was really beat down in the process. And they're just going to take all their inhibitors.
3 inhibs, and over the course of 2 minutes, I think.
Something along those lines. Looks like they're making a move to just take down these Nexus turrets right off the bat. And there's basically nothing at this point that Deathcap can really do to answer this. Giant Maokai going in, giant tree man, but even that wasn't enough to distract them from the Nexus.
Right.
So, MSW Fear, 2-0. We're gonna have one more game.
At least.
At least. That's what I meant. We're gonna have one more game after this. This is best of 5, not best of 3. So.
Right. So yeah, I mean, talking about that last match, like I said, CS played a really big role in that.
As it seems to whenever Fear's playing.
Right. Echo, I don't completely remember when he actually went down, but it took quite some time for it to actually happen. MSOE Fear pretty much controlled all of the objectives they needed to in order to make that match go as smooth as possible. I don't know too many matches that have been that smooth, in all honesty. So I got to give them a lot of credit. Deathcap, I think they have to do something crazy. I think
they have to. Well, they also have to keep their eyes on the prize.
Right.
They have to know where to go.
Right.
They get advantages, or they get opportunities to really pull something off, and then, like we saw with them getting those 2 kills and then just sort of sitting around as the rest of the team just sort of floated away, they just need to make a decision.
Right. And when they start to do that, I think things will start to fall into place a little bit better for them. But in terms of their team comps, like I said, I think they kind of need to they need to do something kind of drastic. At least I would want them to do something drastic.
Like maybe take Poppy instead of Maokai.
I mean, if that gets through bans, then yeah, they can try that. But
of course.
I feel like if they think a little bit about what they're necessarily playing against most of the time and what types of problems they're going with, I feel like they can either come up with an item set that would actually work out, or they might come up with a different kind of team comp that might not necessarily be one that you necessarily expect, but at the same time still works fairly well. I don't know. It kind of depends. Like, if I were to come up with a team comp that might not necessarily be an obvious one that they could try, it would probably be Urgot ADC with 2 carries, one in top and one in mid. Try and give Urgot a tanky support and possibly a tanky jungler. That way, all of the pressure is pretty much off of Urgot in terms of carrying. You can put the pressure on the other 2 carries to go ahead and take things down, and Urgot can focus more on debuffing the enemy team along with the support and the jungler in that situation. It would change how people were thinking about that whole situation. They would, of course, expect, the ADC is going to be down here to carry.
Right.
No, Urgot is an ADC, but they're also acting as a tank. And if they built the tank right, then you get a really weird situation every now and again because of that.
That is certainly a unique idea.
Yeah.
I feel.
So I've tried it a few times with a few friends, and it's actually been really funny watching that actually play out. Like, I know that's a completely off-the-wall statement, and chances are they won't actually hear that until way later when they can't actually use it, but that's just one of the things you could do to combat a situation like this where a team seems like they're completely prepared for everything that you've done. You got to come out of left field with something.
Well, I think while we're getting everything set up, we're going to take just a quick short break.
Yep.
And then we'll get right back to it momentarily. So see you then.